Well, TeeCee is in his temporary resting place because we need to weld the back under there, and this drive is looking immaculate, and the last thing I want to do is spill anything. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some cardboard out the back of there and put it under the engine just in case. Immensely happy. Hello. Right, today, well, as you've already seen, the car has moved. It's very sunny, and I'm not used to this with TeeCee being in the sunlight. This is weird. So what are we going to do? We've done a few things already. So I've got everything I think I need in the car. Drained the fuel tank. As you can see, I've had the fuel cap open. It doesn't really mean anything, does it? So if we go over here, we will see that I've had drainage of the petrol. So now what we need to do is jack up the back of the car and spray up the bolts and see if we can get the fuel tank out. Do you reckon we can do it? We'll give it a try. Right, so wheel off. Let's get some of this service spray in here on these bolts. I don't know if they're going to come undone or not. I've never undone these before. So that's that one. I will get the car off the ground a bit higher, but I need to get some bricks and chock up the front wheel. Even though the front wheels are chocked, they're just not substantial enough. I'll let that sit for a bit. This stuff's actually pretty good. Not sponsored. And I looked on through my tools, and that to me looks like 13mm, but it could be, well, it could be a ½ inch. I don't know. Can we see if it'll turn? Hang on. Wrong way. Oh, look at that. Immediate. I can feel the tank sort of like dropping slightly there as well. Wow. Everyone said that these wouldn't come undone. Right. I want to carry on with these because I can't really film it with you in the way. And I'll come back to you and try and take the tank out. As if there's enough battery power left. If not, I'll be back later. Right, unfortunately, this tripod is a bit too small, so I've dropped that end there, look. So I don't know how this has to come out. I don't know what you can see. Okay, so the car needs to go up higher in the air maybe, but if I lower the fuel tank I can then slide it out. So let's get the fuel tank disconnected first, then we'll try and get these straps off. They're connected up there, look, into this inner valance and clipped in somehow. So for day 2, as you saw before, I've cut out that rear section. It's all gone. There's there's a bit more rust inside. There's quite a lot, to be honest with you, and that inner valance has got to be cut out. As has that inner valance as well. I've been looking at how it connects to the rear wheel arch, and I think it could be part of the wheel arch. Not really sure, but there we go. There's some light in there. Look, you can see the original paint inside the panels. Look, so it looks like Ford did paint them on the inside. But yeah, I've only came over for an hour or so. I took the headlights out so I could pull all the wiring through. So all the wiring's inside this headlight aperture now, or tail light aperture. So yeah, I got my new gas bottle, £143, some odd pence. So that'll last me a while. The guy said the contents of these is 16 of the little bottles. So it's definitely worth doing, and it'll reap rewards, that will. I'm not sure if I can keep it lying down, but it's in the car, and it says to keep it in a ventilated place. There's a great big hole there, so it's ventilated. It's fine. So yeah, I've got my adapters to go on there. It goes on the other side. Yeah, there's a gap on the other side where you put it in there, so that the dials stick out sideways instead of out the top. So what we're doing is putting the decent wire on here when I need to weld it. But yeah, under here I have to get the grinder out and grind up and get rid of this little lip that's in here. This has got a curved edge here, and it's got these dimples which my panel doesn't have, so I'm gonna have to modify that, because this is original panel. It is quite strong. It's going to be ground from the inside, but in here, this section up here is rotten. I've disconnected the exhaust pipe, and I'm going to have to try and unbolt it from under there somehow and wiggle it to get it out of the way, because I can't cut that out with the exhaust in the way. So that's going to have to be done.